Hi, it's Brad Ward with Ward's Auctions in Edmonton, and this is the most eclectic sale I think we have ever had. This is for June 30th, 2024, and yes, that is the July long weekend. So the hours are going to be different insofar as we're going to have the viewing on the Thursday instead of the Friday evening, so that'll be the 27th, I believe, of June, and then there'll be no pickup on the Monday because that's a holiday, and that way we're not interfering with the staff and all the rest of it. So but everything else, because it's an online bidding sale, on the Sunday. So you can sit on the beach or sit at your campsite, do whatever you want, and do your bidding with your device. But these tools, a lot of these tools that you're going to see in the sale, be it power tools or hand tools, have so little usage on them, including this DeWalt thickness planer, the Delta bandsaw, the Jet lathe, the General International table saw, nice extended arms on it. These have very little use. It's a part of an estate. The gentleman who bought them clearly had intentions of doing more work, but it did not come to fruition. And when we get over to the hand tools, you're going to see even less usage on them. Another estate has vehicles and so on. You're going to see those in the video coming up. And there's tools that are more of a welding nature in that estate, in that consignment. Also, all sorts of nice furnishings, show home furnishings. I believe these came from a show home. This sectional did not, but it is show home style. It's up to date and modern. A Palliser, really good condition. The decor over here and that bedroom piece over there, you see that is from a show home. So you know that it gets put on display, and then it's not like it's getting used and abused and whatnot. Mission style oak dining set, really mid-century looking china set. This is Royal Dalton, and they call it Abacus, and then this is Abacus Platinum. So this is a satellite to go along with it. You know, maybe you put well, it's the same side. But anyhow, very mid-century look to it. But it is, in fact, it still mostly has the stickers on it. It's never been used. There are some antiques, obviously, in the sale. More show home decor, sports equipment. There's a drone in here somewhere, a DJI drone. This is a show home piece as well. I think it's on the website, so you're going to be able to look it up. Lot number 406. Because again, it's a modern, is it Cotswold or something like that? So it's an up-to-date issued item, and then you've got your mid-century lamps. Now, as far as the weirdness of having tools amongst Rolex watches that we're going to get to, is that the video shows it all over the place, but in the catalog, the first 500 lots or anything under 500 is the non-tool type stuff, and then right at 500 you start with some vehicles, and then it goes up from there. So you're separating the two different types of buyers, even though obviously there is crossover. Now these wood turning lathe tools have never been used, or if they have, they're barely used. You can see by the packaging, the handling, you know, he intended to use them, he intended to do more. He bought lots of top quality tools, and then they just did not get overly used, never mind abused. Record brand, which is awesome. All these draw knives, Record planes there. Jorgensen clamps, there's Bessie clamps, there's, again, Record clamps. This is the neat little vise because it can go sideways. Probably should have pre-planned, but you can have it through that way or through that way, so it can go both directions. Record brand anvils and vices. Leather working tools. All these punches, you know, barely. I would imagine that most of them have never seen a mallet. And all of these pieces, I don't know a lot about them, but for different cutting and embossing and dimpling of leather, you can see he had everything that you could possibly want. Mallets, cutters, punches, strippers, then there's chemical to go along with it. There is a supply of leather right there. This pneumatic tool set, I forget which estate that one came out of. I think maybe one or two pieces have been used out of it. Really, it hasn't been used very much. This is a really neat painting, 4x8, and the artist is Jim Robb. No reason to think it isn't the Jim Robb that did all sorts of artwork in the Yukon with this exact theme to it. So very cool piece. Couple of cuckoo clocks. You can see the one that's working. The other one is not working. I think it tries to work, but it doesn't quite work. Snow blowers, camping gear, again with no real use to speak of. This table and chair set is Lane Furnishings from the National Geographic collection. We started doing video shorts, so you're gonna find some stuff if you put a little effort in, and so you'll find one of the shorts is on this table, and the color they describe it as is tobacco. Very cool. This is a bit of quackery. I forget what it's for. Some respiratory thing. Oh, it's for your metabolism. So it does weird things, but. I don't know how it's going to work out, but it'd be a good conversation piece. It's a modern, but a mid-century style of ottoman with a drinks surface on it. Soapstone carvings, some swords there, decorative, vintage bayonet. Lee Valley or Veritas brand planes, wood planes, with again little to no use on them. Capodimonte style Dresden figures, Swarovski, Persian carpets or Iranian wool carpets plus synthetic polyester style blends, a little bit of everything in there. Vintage artworks. Boy, it just keeps on going and going and going. Let's come and pop around the corner here. There's a whole whack of them. We got them in 4, 5, 6 in a lot. These are pewter. They're very well done. They are signed by the artist. I think it's Bill Callahan, if I'm not mistaken. And so you get all of these. It'd be awesome gifts for the outdoors people. Speaking of outdoors, pay attention to the August sale. We've got a lot of world-class taxidermy that from a local, again, very well-respected artist, and he's passed away a few years ago. Louis Vuitton Speedy bag. There's a shorts on that one that I just posted this very AM, as a matter of fact. Fender guitar, 12-string, kind of going the wrong way around the building here. I don't even think we need to go that way. Let's go into here. We've got some vehicles and trailers in the sale. This is a 2007 Jeep Liberty, 203,000 kilometers. Standard transmission. And now this one we cataloged as a mechanic special. I don't know if that's the right term. I mean, it was probably his regular driver, part of the estate, and I'll tell you why I think that in a minute. But it does need work. The park brake isn't working. The battery is a little bit weak. If you leave it sitting for a couple of weeks, you need to boost it. There's lights on that are in the dash, check lights and whatnot. But you can hear it. I mean, it's running right now, and there's no weird noises or whatever, but there's a couple of noises when you're driving it. But the reason I think this one was more his user vehicle is because this 2011 Dodge 1500 that's coming up was equipped with the camper that's also in the sale. So the camper is a 1999 Slumber Queen. Pretty clean inside. Yeah, it's from 1999, but you'll see online that it is really quite clean. This Jeep, or this Dodge I should say, had that camper on it. So he probably, left this sitting while he's doing his day-to-day ops in the little Jeep, because this 2011 only has 140,000 kilometers on it. And it's lifted and it's sort of beefed up, and there's definitely a little performance chip in it. I don't know a lot about that. It's got a good sound to it. It's clean. There's a shorts on this one, so you can go online and see a bit more about this one. Plus a gazillion photos. I'll just fire it up for you so you can hear it. So it sounds great, and like I said, I think that this one was probably sat parked a lot more because it had the camper on it, so you're not going to drive it all the time. So a nice clean piece. I'll just shut this off. And we will move over to the drift boat, which is a custom-made all aluminum. Now this has never been used, so the oar locks are not on it. You would want to put those where you want them to be. And same as the seat, you might want to custom fit that for you. But this, and the size of this is about 60.5 inches at its widest point, at 204 inches long. The front here is double thickness, so you can, you know, bump into a few rocks and so on without the fear of busting through. And I'm not a fisherman, but I have been online to watch these, and they are a heck of a neat item to use when you are, you know, and you're low down and you're stealthy and quiet. You can really get moving around. So this is obviously in the sale as well. So back inside. Okay, more camping gear. Let's get into the jewelry over here. Obviously we have costume, I shouldn't say obviously, we have costume jewelry, almost always do. All these appraisals, all things that you can bank on. So let's find the watch. This is adorable. There's a shorts on this as well. And this is a Rolex Bubble Back from 1951. It's appraised at $14,000. This is Burke's and Amethyst. I think we're missing a bulb in here. We're a bit dark. Vintage white gold and platinum brooches, rings. These are gold coin necklace and bracelet. I think there's about a $8,400 appraisal on the necklace one and a $74 or so on the bracelet one. There is all sorts of things. Let me just scan through some of the appraisals. So for example, there's a gent's nugget ring, $2,600. That Burke's Amethyst piece is $8,000. There's an emerald ring for $14,500. The watch at $14,000. Another nugget style, $2,900. There is a chain for $3,200. These are all appraisals that you can count on. The big brooch here that I saw a minute ago, I'm going to say it's this one here, is $4,200. The list just goes on and on. All of these appraisals obviously are on the website. You got amber jewelry. Inside the cabinet there's a whole bunch of fashion jewelry in sterling. So quite nice pieces, very, very effective looking. Over to the tables. Port Marion dishes, binoculars. I'm not going to list everything, that would be pointless. There's a whole collection basically of these little ukuleles. These are the same estate that has the tools that have, you know, virtually no use on them. Clearly he was going to get into this. Plus there's supplies here for making and repairing ukuleles. These have all got, you can tell, like no usage to speak of. One of them does have a cracked body, but we listed it appropriately. And you get all these, each one of them has a nice case, at least all the ones I can think of offhand. There's probably a catch on the end there. One more, you know, all nice little pieces. There's a few other instruments. Yeah, some of these pieces over here are for, you know, repairing and possibly getting into manufacturing a ukulele or something along that line. We've got nice copper pots, gramophones, china, radio accessories. Here we're getting back into tools. Again, remember, it's above 500, so we're you know, above that. That way you're not, you know, the China people aren't waiting and watching tools sell. This little Lincoln 140 has never been set up and used. I don't think it's ever been used, and it comes with some of the accessories that you see, again, well photographed and described in the catalog. So no miles on that. Sony reel-to-reel. I'm not going to go down the other side. The other side is tools as well. So anyhow, the bottom line is we are having the viewing on the 27th of June, 2024 at 11802 145 Street, Northwest Edmonton. Wardsauctions.com is going to get you to the website. Phone number is 780-451-4549. And obviously we hope to see you, but if you're not local, we hope to see you bidding online. Thanks for watching.